Gonna keep an eye on this one. Don't move anywhere. Keep an eye on this. Here we go. Heading through the final chicane. There's contact already. Fenix raring to get underway. He's side by side and Bayous lets him through. Nearly gives him a penalty. So Bayous and Fenix side by side into turn 1. GC battling with Lewis. 4 wide into turn 1 and that was never going to work. That 3 wide still on the exit. Holy moly. They're side by side now heading into Eau Rouge. Devons, is he going to make the move? That Kimi Antonelli made an F2. No, he's not. But that is huge. Absolute charisma to go for the move. Confidence, should I say, not charisma. Side by side for P2. GC takes P2. Look at the swarm of bees on the straight here. This is like World Endurance Championship. It's heading through. Whoa, near the contact there. As now Lewis side by side with Devons, who's making the move on the outside in the silver and white BMW car. Side by side with the Brawn on the outside of the Renault of Cameron. Is he going to make the move stick? No, he isn't. The Brawn's now going to get swallowed up by the white Ferrari. And the Ferrari now go for the move, nearly into the side of the Brawn. But now they head through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, heading through Pouon. Flicking through. And now Lewis under pressure from Devons. He was P3 when the race restarted, got caught up into midfield chaos, and now he's fought his way past Lewis, and now Lewis and Cameron are going at it. There's contact. Sid and Venom, and is that Duck? Yeah, it is the Renault and the Lotus both going off. Meanwhile, Lewis side by side. There's chaos in the midfield. The cameras can't even tell what's going on. I can't tell what's going on. Side by side between Max and DXR. The black BMW who won in the Brands Hatch LMP2 class in Retro Le Mans series, which did feature DXR. He's now overtook DXR here in Retro Racing F1 to the inside, and Lewis doesn't get the move done on God Chaos. But Chaos there on the exit, looking to maybe get the move done. Cameron as well under pressure from Lewis. But Max and Lewis now to the inside for Max. Not going to make the move stick. That's going to now invite DXR to the party. Side by side. To Eau Rouge they go. They're barely side by side, so I reckon Max should be able to cut in. Yes, he does. And now heading through Eau Rouge and Radeon with Max and DXR. And there's GC going down some places. Bayous loses the lead. Fenix gets out of second place, takes the lead ahead of Bayous. And hopefully he doesn't get overtaken at Portier or at some ridiculous corner like he did in Monaco. As Max goes ahead of God Chaos. Cameron gets a penalty for track limits. And there's side by side there with God Chaos. Was that? Yeah, it was. God Chaos and DXR battling. Chaos locks up, damaged front wing for the Brawn, who spins, and it's another dramatic moment for Brawn. He's gone round in a different way to what he did in Monaco. But heading through, nearly contact there with Max and Lewis. Lewis going for the move and Max having none of it. As Max going for it now, as Lewis now having none of it under defence. As now Max goes wide, that'll open the door again for DXR to maybe have another move on the exit. Stavolo potentially. He's got the run, but he does back out of it. Meanwhile, heading up the hill, no battles to speak of here. Meanwhile, down here in the midfield lot, the battle for P6 rages on. There's Max playing the hunter and the hunted. He's got that car to try and pass ahead of him. He's got this car behind him to try and defend from as well. So they've all got to watch out here. I'm surprised that Duck News has been able to go that long on softs, but heading through the bus stop chicane, they head down the straight in someone. Fenix leads ahead of Bose, then comes Devons, then comes GC, then comes the Renault of Cameron, then comes Miss Lewis, then comes this battle with Max and DXR. DXR nearly locks up, and Max defends him for now, but DXR looking to get the move done in the white and yellow and red Ferrari. Sinan Venom gets ahead of the pit-stricken God Chaos. As we head back to the P6 battle, GC gets ahead of Cameron. Bayous takes the lead back. Cameron and GC looking to swap places, but which way are they going to end up by the time they stop scrapping? Cameron gets ahead of GC after minor contact. Max behind Lewis, trying to get the move done, but he's not able to. But he's not under threat from DXR anymore, not for the time being. But if he does make a mistake, he hits into the side of the McLaren. Lewis gets passed by Max, the BMW on the outside of the McLaren. Now the McLaren's under threat from the Ferrari. three manufacturers from 3 different countries going at it. We have Germany ahead of the UK, then comes Italy, trying to make the move on him, but not going to make the move stick. Meanwhile, Devon trying to get ahead of Fenny. Fenny heading out Stavolo, not able to make the move done. Purple sector 2 for Cameron. As Lewis there with front wing damage, he's going to struggle now as Phoenix should have the run. Meanwhile, Devon's going to go around on the inside of 130. No, he's not going to make the move stick. They're going to go 3 cars abreast, maybe into the next corner. Bayou's in the wall. The Red Bull gets carted off to the side, and Devons and Phoenix go through. The Red Bull behind goes into the wall. Absolute carnage. Meanwhile, Max does stay ahead of the McLaren, who does stay ahead of the Ferrari, but they all go up into the battle of 5th instead of the battle of 6th due to Bayou's getting hit off. Absolute chaos. And now wide for Max. That's going to be 3 wide into a Rouge. No, it's not. As Lewis now to the inside of Max. Who's going to be ahead? I think Max will. Yes, he will. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead rages on. Phoenix gets passed by Devons. Devons goes from last to first here on lap 17 again. As into the next corner then. With this battle, Max very late on the defence there. Carters Lewis to the outside. And now that will mean DXR goes through. I think Lewis was a bit spooked by that. But Max late on the defence. On the inside of Lacombe. Into the hairpin after Malmedy. Into the no-name corner. They head through DXR trying to rein in the BMW. We have an Italian manufacturer trying to rein in a BMW manufacturer. Meanwhile, the BMW manufacturer is currently leading the race ahead of the Ferrari of Phoenix. Meanwhile, the battle for 5th, BMW are also winning against Ferrari on that one as well. So meanwhile, in the World Endurance Championship, Ferrari are beating BMW. BMW are now beating Ferrari here in Retro Racing in the F1 series. And off for DXR. DXR, not too sure what happened there.